Hello, my name's Jason and welcome to another very exciting episode of me painting again. Oh yeah, here we go, and we're going to do a mountain, and we're going to be using a knife as requested. My old favourite Bob Ross painting knife. I'm going to use the water mixable oil colours as normal, and as you can see, my giant white. You use a lot of that, so it's always good to get a white. So looking at what we've got up here, you might recognise this picture. It's just a picture of a mountain, and I like to have reference pictures when I work. Even if I'm not going to use that exact mountain in the painting, I might change it, do something different, but it's good to have reference so you can look at the texture of the mountain. So that I'll put that image up, and we'll have a go at that. And just badly taped it to my board. The tape didn't even touch the board. It's a laminated picture, so if I wanted to test colours I can. Right, let's look at the palette. The palette is I've got this impasto medium. I'm going to use that to mix with the white. It's Artisan again, just to make the white a little bit thicker, so hopefully it'll go on better with a knife. So let's just move the knife out of the way a second. I'm going to make some sky, and I quite like the blue sky. I might put a cloud in it, or maybe not. I don't know. Let's have a go. Let's just put some colour on the palette. It's the blues, the sky blues. Not sure why I'm singing that. And when I get the paints out, I get excited. Creative time, painting time, yes. Happy time. That's what it is. I'm going to use a biggish brush today just to get this blue in. So, what do we need? A bit of white as well, actually. It's quite a. I quite like having the dark blue background, because then the mountain's going to show up better if the sky is darkish or middle. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Anyway, here we go. Get some white, some blue, just that white and blue. Nice. I like the blue. I really like Cerulean Blue. It's a nice blue. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it doesn't matter, does it really? So, what I think is, with these two blues, the Cerulean Blue I see as like a warm blue. It's a warm one. And the Ultramarine Blue I see as more of the colder of the two. So when I want to do a cold sky, I tend to use the Ultramarine more so. And if I want to do a warmer sky, then Cerulean Blue, yes. It's really simple really, isn't it? So we'll throw this blue up here on this board. This is a board that I got from the DIY store, and got them cut to small pieces. And then I just put some gesso on, and happy days. I have a board that I can paint on. Pretty cheap really, because if you buy a big sheet and then get it chopped up into bits, you get quite a few paintings done out of it, which is good. It's like I say to people when they message me and they say, Jason, I want to know how to get good. How can I get good at this painting malarkey? Well, they don't actually say malarkey, but and I say practice. Just have a go and just practice. It's the only way. It's the only way to get good at anything, really, isn't it? Practice makes perfect. I keep getting put off when I look up at the camera because I can see myself on the little screen. I'm like, eh. It's me. It's me talking to me. What the heck coming out of this brush? It's a fairly newish brush, this. I haven't really used this one much. I got two of them. I used the other one more. And let's put some... I'm gonna follow the shape, I think, of that mountain, kind of. I don't really know. I'm just gonna have a go. See what I can do. I'll go lighter towards the horizon, so I'm just adding white. Whoops, there goes my reference picture. It's okay, it's back. It's okay. There we go. Some blue, some white. You know, when I'm painting and talking, I'm thinking to myself as well. What am I doing? What am I going to paint? How am I going to do this? The little cogs in my head. They're going overtime. Some people really struggle to talk and paint, and they get quiet. So, I'm one of those. No, I don't mind talking and painting, because what I do to make it easy on myself, I just say what's in my head. Because then I don't have to think more than one time. Just thinking once. Oh dear. See what I mean? This is what's in my head. Okay, let's get some blue. I'm going darker at the top. I like to take my painting to the dark side at the top. I have to say that in every episode now. It's become my bit of a catchphrase. Ever since I painted Darth Vader. Wow, Darth Vader destroyed. Ever since that episode, it's changed me. I'm different. Something has happened. I felt the Force take me. Well, actually I had a power cut and it went all dark. Just after I did that painting. Maybe it was that. Or maybe it was the dark side coming for me. The power. Okay, I'm just throwing in blues. I'm thinking which area now don't I want blue, because which area do I want a mountain? Because there's no point in me filling it up with colour if I'm going to stick a mountain there, is there? As I just go down to this bit, I will think about this. When I'm using the light colour, I start at the bottom and then work up to the dark. That way you automatically blending it, the light to the dark, dark to the light. So when you're doing a sky, put your dark at the top and work down, and then your light at the bottom and work up, and then it all blends in the middle nicely. Easy. Okay, let's use my soft brush. The soft brush. And I noticed on the camera that if you use the soft brush, it gets rid of all these lines and then it doesn't glint back at the camera so much. So it makes it easy viewing. Whoops. Let's get rid of that hair. and also it makes me a nice smooth sky. Now, do I want clouds? Do I want to darken some areas? I kind of feel like it would be nice to have some cloud in there. So let's get a bit of burnt umber. I'm thinking, well, because burnt umber and blue makes grey. Yep, it makes grey. Don't believe me, watch me. Okay. Oops, got too much blue then. Hope my audio sounds okay. It was buzzing a bit then. So look at this. Look at, you can either make a bluey grey or more to the brown, depending on which one you throw in. So that's a nice grey. So let's put in, maybe there's some, I'm going to spin. Different way of doing it. Spin the bristles. Spin the brush. Cloud. And then go sort of soft underneath. Yeah. Do a little bit more there. Just spinning. A bit darker there. And a bit here as well. Put a bit here. And we'll get Mr. Soft. Mr. Soft brush, and we'll just go over that. Just sort of softening it out. Just want to give it a bit of an effect of cloud. I'm not going to highlight them. I'm just going to make it a bit darker underneath there. Areas I'm going to go a bit darker. Oh, reference picture, it's fallen over. Okay, I'll stick that back on. Don't know how that happened. Let's just tap across there. Yeah, that's quite nice actually. Simple yet effective. So I'm just doing little strokes when I do this. Just little. I'll do one slow so you can see. Keep catching something like that. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay, that'll do for some cloud, I think. I don't want to go too crazy. Whoa. I didn't mean to do some brush spinning. Okay, let's get some of this brown and blue, and now I'm gonna think about this cloud, because I want the might get a little bit of dark cloud. I mean mountain. I want to think about this mountain, and I want to have a lot of detail in it, like the reference picture. So I'll use a knife to put that in, but to start with, I'm going to use the brush just to create some areas where I'll have that going across, and maybe across like that, similar to the reference. So I'm using Midnight Black, brown and blue. It creates quite a nice greyish colour. I'll give myself some room for some mountain, some knife work. Looking forward to it actually. Looking forward to using the knife. I haven't used it in a while. I've been trying to master brushes. Not using a knife's fun. I tend to use it mostly now for cleaning my palette, but I started using it again What's going on with this shape? I don't want that shape to be like that. It'll end up exactly like my last picture. Yeah, I was using the knife the other day. I was doing this forest painting for fun, really, for practice, and I didn't film it, unfortunately. Probably will do though, something similar anyway. And I was using a knife for the trees, and it came out really good. It's drying at the moment. Otherwise, I'd show you. I'll do it at some point, maybe. Thinking about doing some really long episodes to go on a website, and then carry on doing these, of course, for YouTube, but then have some more longer episodes for a website, like 2-3 hours. I do more workshop type pictures, go into detail, which I don't. I can go into a little bit of detail on here on YouTube. I can give out quite a lot of info, but it's hard to get. If I was going to do a really detailed picture, I can't really fit it in. I find anyway. But I don't know, I'm thinking about it. Thinking about something like that. So what we're doing, filling this in. I'm going to just fill this all in actually, because I'll get a bit of water. That's why I didn't use any water when I was putting the sky in, and it came out nice. I'm happy with the sky. So I use a bit of water just to give me a chance. Stop me from getting arm ache. So as you can see, I'm sat a paintbrush and more away. I'm actually an arm away. And the reason I sit so far away with these long brushes, so I can see what I'm doing, so I can see the whole picture. There's no point in sitting so close that you can't see what you're doing, because you won't be able to see what you're doing. Actually, a little trick that I learned is, especially for doing portraits. Sorry, not the mic then. When you're doing portraits, it's a good idea to take a photo of your painting and then look at it on your screen, on your phone or on your camera screen, and then look at the eyes, because that's where we usually bodge it up. Oh, and I say we, I mean me. The eyes, especially in a portrait, animal portrait, or even harder, human portraits. That's where we mess it up. So if you take a photo of it, you can then look at it smaller, and then you get a view of the whole picture, and that way you can see your mistakes easier. I find it works well, and then you can carry on working on your picture, and then if you're struggling with an area, you can take a picture of it and then go, oh yeah, I can see why that's wrong, and then get back to it again. That's what I find anyway. Right, I think we need to do this in stages. I need to think to myself. Yeah, I need to think to myself. I need some more colour, I need some of this. So, let's get some of this in pastel medium. I used it once before, I just put a blob out to see what it was like. And I didn't know. I didn't really know if it was making much of a difference to the consistency of my paint or not. But I think it is. a little bit. Gonna get some black and brown. I'm just looking up at the picture and thinking, well, looking at the mountain and sort of getting the feel of the mountain. I think that's why I like reference, because you get the feel of what you're doing. Let's chuck a bit more of that in. A bit of white. So what's that like? It's too brown, isn't it? Let's chuck some more black in. I want it to be closer to my side. The dark side. I have to stop saying that. You might get worried. There we go. And that's quite dark. Let's get a little bit of white in there. That's nice. I like that. So, if you've done the knife trick before, I haven't tried this with these paints before, as I'm hoping it works. Cut across, you get a little roll of paint on the edge of the knife. Let's see if I can zoom in. No. If you can see that, there's a little hair on there as well. There's a little roll of paint on the edge of the knife. A little roll of paint. And then that little roll of paint, I'm going to bring it up here and using very light pressure, I'm going to just let that break. Using the detail knife, I didn't have that much paint on really. I'm going to get more paint. I'm going to load it. Okay, that's alright. It's breaking a bit. Get some of this impasto medium on there. Try and thicken it up a bit more. I think there's a bit of water in with the colour actually. Okay, I've got quite a lot on the knife now. You need quite a lot. Okay, I'm starting to get the feel of this paint. Light pressure. I think what I need is this board. It needs to come out a bit so I can get the angle of the knife better. Because I'm not quite getting the knife flat enough. Or should we carry on? There's this area stuck in the way. Let's move it. Just moving the board a bit. I hope that's still alright. I hope you can see it okay. It's just so I can get the angle better, so I can like pull the paint down. Okay, let's get a bit more of this down here. Coming off okay actually. It just took me a bit of getting the angle right, and it's really like it's hitting my brushes with the knife. Just move that. Once you get the angle going, I'll have that way. Let's get a bit more white in with that colour. And light pressure. There's that, get that edge as well. Light pressure again. This bit here. Okay, just sit back, have a look. Okay, and I'll do this one as well. Have some bit there. Okay, gonna get a touch of white now. I think I want a bit of yellow ochre. Some yellow ochre. Hope this is looking alright on camera. Get some yellow ochre. Change things up a bit. Some white. Get a nice yellowy ochre-y white. You know, I should have practiced this before. And then I'd have seemed like I could do it with any paint. But I've not practiced this, so I just figured I could do it, no problem. Okay, I just noticed my face cam was complaining. Okay, let's get back into this. Let's put some here. Really light pressure, really light pressure. We'll catch some of these areas here. Let that paint break on there. A bit there as well. Sort of picking out areas I want to be a bit lighter. Okay, I think it would be good to have a bit of light there on that bit as well. Okay, let's right, now we want to start building up the other side, and that's got sort of a bluey black colour. Don't want this to be too bright. It's the shadow. So I'm just picking it up, pulling it out flat, and then cut across. Get quite a roll of paint, and then we can pull some of this into there. I think I want it to be more blue than that, actually. This nice deep blue, bit of black in it. So that's going to be quite dark. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, I quite like that. It is quite dark and it is quite blue, but there's areas that I want to darken to add a bit more. A bit more fun into the mountain. and sit back, have a look. So putting a bit of pressure on just to pull that out. I like this bit there. Put that in. And then I think what I'll do is I'll get a bit of white in with this. Cut across. That's what I'm doing every time, cutting across, getting that roll of paint every time. And then now I've got a bit of dark, what I can do is put a bit of light on top of the dark. And then get some dark. And then if I want to darken it still, do the light and the dark, the light, the dark. Right, how's that look? It's looking quite good. I think I'm going to put a bit of dark over this bit here. Don't really want it to be too bright. Okay. See this bridge here? I want to create a little bit of an area there. I'm just sort of going like that with a knife. Get some more colour. Yeah, got a nice bit there. A bit in here. And I think, looking at what I don't like, I'm not sure if I've said that before, when I'm doing a painting I'm constantly looking at what I don't like in the picture, and then what I'll do is I'll try and make it more the way I want it to look. I haven't really explained myself there. Make it more the way I wanted it to be. I think that's more like just going to dull that a bit because I don't want that bit to be stuck out too much. There's too much white on there. I'm going to do this. Scraping it off. It's too bright. I don't want the focus point to be this mountain. It's too far away. So I'll put a bit of colour back on that. But I'll keep it quite faint. That's better. It just sends it away a bit. Just pull some of this. Get some more. Could do with a bit more brown, and we'll start putting some other areas in. Some brown and black. Let's get some brown and black again. We'll have a look and work out, because it looks to me like if the light was hitting, just mix that together. Let's put a bit of that impasto in there. I think it helps. I think it makes the paint a bit easier to work with. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I know when I use a knife I get more paint on me than normal. Okay, let's throw that in. Let's grab some of this dark in there. Bit of blue in there. Okay. Using this, we'll... Yeah, it does thicken it up. Get a bit of this colour on here. And then a bit of white, bit of the white, bit of titanium white in with it. We'll get a bit of light there. Just hitting that bit. And we can get a little bit more light. The white paint mixed in, and we can put it somewhere else, like there. So it's going ch-ch. Maybe a bit there as well. Okay, that's too much. So I'm going to go back with some brown. Just dull that. Kind of bring that together there. Swipe the knife, just get some dark. Yeah, that's alright. And now I want to do something else. I think I'll use some black. I'll throw some black in my colour and I'll start working forward. Get some impasto medium again. Use a bit of the impasto. Going really black now because I'm going to create another layer. Not a layer. Not a layer for a monster. Another layer. So let's have, maybe there's a, oh yeah, I forgot that I did it like that. I might have to use my brush. Just use this brush because it's dry. I want to create, push that back a minute. I want to create an area in front now. It's just in front. Yes, the medium definitely works. I can feel it more when I'm brushing it on impasto medium. God, this brush has fallen to bits. Right, let's have this going along here. Go in front of this mountain. Okay, so we're going to have like lots of angles for me to play with. Get rid of that. Ridiculous amount of hairs on the brush. So what I want to do now I've got this black, get some white. Make like a nice grey. Just pull the paint flat, nice and flat. Cut across. Get a little roll of paint on the knife. A little roll of paint, and we can come back. Light's coming this way, so we can start working things out on this. maybe this comes out like that. Maybe this comes down and then it comes out. Just pick that hair up. I don't know what it is with all these hairs falling off the brush. Okay, this one. Let's darken. Oh, another hair. So what's up with that brush? It's falling to bits. Okay, it's not like that. Just sort of bringing it together really there, and then I'll grab some of this dark. Hand went in the paint. I could sort of see now. I just sort of sat back and looked, and I was like, oh, I'm creating like something that is in front of this. I've created another layer by accident. Gives it a bit more, something different. Let's move this blue out of the way, we don't need that blue anymore. Let's get some of this ultramarine blue. Let's move this over here and let's get some of that in with that. We'll make a shadow colour for this. Get a little bit in there. A bit in here. Bit there. Sort of angle that one. Sort of bring that one together a bit. And this bit here. This is just a little bit of a rocky area. Holy moly! Keep that nice and blue, and then what I'm going to do. Well, that's quite a nice colour, sort of a greyish, bluish colour. Can lighten some of it in areas. I want a bit more white. There we go. A bit more white, just so we can highlight these rocks here. I'll highlight them sort of along here. Bit of light there. No pressure. No pressure. Okay, let's just put a flattened bit out there as well. Now I'm thinking, I quite like that bit of light there, might put a bit on that as well. bit of snow or something. Yeah, something like that. And then what I'm going to do, I quite like the darkness of this area, so I might just sort of put little bits of light here and there, but I don't want to put too much. Just going to sort of let the knife just drop a little bit on. So it's quite nice having that dark in between, and then I'll use some of this blue. Just put a bit of this blue in there, sort of bring it together as well. Okay. Now, just sit back, have a look. Yeah, I think this shows you that you can do a mountain with the knife using these paints as well, if you wanted to try it. I have to say it's not as easy as the Bob Ross materials, because they're made for it. But it's possible. And as always, I start seeing things I want to do, and then I start just doing it. Just when I think I should really be finishing, just thought there should be some little light bits here and there going. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this painting. It's a fun one, and something that you could do, and hopefully see you at another one. Cheers, bye.